What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and tonight I have a special guest interview for you, straight off her heavyweight women's win at the Mammoth Strength Challenge V Pro-Am, ALEILA WORLEY. Ciao, homie! Welcome back to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring strongman into the mainstream by discussing all of the latest strongman events in the greatest analytic detail that you'll find anywhere on YouTube. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to this channel so you get notified of all of the latest videos that I release 4 times a week for your viewing pleasure. Make sure to comment below whether you agree or disagree with my videos. I love the engagement and I respond to every single comment. Now on to today's topic. Hello, special guest.
Hey, hello.
Congrats to both of you winning your divisions. Awesome.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I think first we were wondering just a little bit about your background, like anything you want to share on how you got into Strong Woman, like what drew you to it?
I actually lost a ton of weight at like a boot camp gym, and I had a coach there who was trying to teach me CrossFit, and he said it wasn't my gig. He was like, "Don't do this. This is not for you. You're not good at this." And he was a strongman coach at another gym, and so he was like, "Come hang out with us, powerlifters, this big dudes on the weekend, and we can lift these stones." I was like, no, I'm good." But I signed up for a competition, and I tested all of the implements and just fell in love as soon as I started on that list. So that's kind of where I started. I started in 2018.
And then how did you find out about Mammoth? Like what intrigued you about Mammoth the most?
So I found out about Mammoth by Dave when I did the music to the Strongest Man in 2019. And so I was supposed to do it last year in 2020, but I wasn't able to make it up for that. And then so I wanted to make sure that I did it this year because I told him I would. So that's why I did it.
So talk a little bit about how it went today compared to your prep. Like, did it go as you expected? Did you feel ready? How did it all play out? And just give us your thoughts.
Yeah, so going into today, I thought I was going to compete with the heavyweights, but it ended up being we only had one other person in the heavyweight division, so they lumped us all together in a women's open, which is all middleweight and heavyweight women. So there's a total of 8 of us going through the events, and I knew I was going to do pretty well on the pressing event, although the Viking press had to be a little heavier than what they had listed, just because there were so many really strong women that failed that. So I can't imagine they were failing at 125 pounds. So it definitely had to be heavier than that. So the pressing event, I was actually fairly confident in going into that. The weights are very doable for me. The deadlift event, deadlift is not my thing. I've been working on it with my coach for the last 2 years, and we had to break it down from the beginning and work it up. So the deadlift always makes me nervous, but that one I did pretty okay on. And then running into all the farmers, oh good Lord. Okay, so those handles are not something I'm used to. The handles I have that I work with in my home gym, they at least have a little bit of grip. Sorry, Katie's smiling across the table at me. They have a little bit of grip, and they are top loaded and not front and back loaded. So that was a big difference for me because my weights fell off when I was carrying them, and that really threw me off. I have to keep picking them back up after putting them back together. So my weights fell apart about, I guess, 20 feet in. I made another 5 feet. So I only made it 25 feet on that. And I was actually pretty confident on that event. So going into that, I didn't think I would have a problem, and stuff happened. So that one.
So wait, what did they do when the weights fell off? Did they put them back on and you continue, or that's it for the run?
Yeah, they put them back on, and our time didn't stop. They put them back on, and we just kept going. We tried to go, but I wasn't the only one that they fell apart on. So
That's crazy.
something there. Yeah, it wasn't a good experience in that aspect, but it was good to know that stuff can happen, right? You just can't anticipate it. So the event after that was the carry medley, and I actually felt like I would do better than I actually did on this one, but I was tired. We didn't have a lot of time to warm up. We didn't have a lot of time to put sentiments. I would say probably 10, 15 minutes maybe total in between each sprint. So the women went through really quick. If anybody was watching, you would see that we didn't get a lot of pause or a lot of break. We got to change our shoes and jump right back in. So it wasn't a lot of time there, but I did finish it, which was good. I think I came in second on that one. And then the tire. Oh, so I know that third tire that they used. That was the tire that I failed in Music City Strongest in 2019. So when I saw them bring that thing out, it doesn't have any tread on it. So picking it up, I was like, I have to get this tire. I did flip it twice on my second flip, but it didn't count. It flipped and it has to land within the 60 seconds, and I flipped it and it didn't land. So that's how it went.
Wait, but my records say you won tire.
I did flip the tire. Okay. I flipped it 5. I actually flipped it 6 times, but only 5 of my 6 flips counted because the last one didn't land. Yeah.
And then you were second on Stone Medley, right?
Yeah, I was second to oh God, Megan. Was that her name, Megan Hobb? I think yes. I think she took first. Holy cow, she's like stormed through that. That was amazing.
And she's a middleweight. She's supposed to come on tonight as well. Yeah. But yeah, she's a middleweight, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, it's like a little. When I first saw that, it's a little weird that they mixed up the 2 weight classes together. Do you know why that happened?
Honestly, no, because I didn't think they anticipated doing that. I thought that was made kind of clear initially on the Facebook page, but maybe I was reading it incorrectly. But because of the Arnold bids, I thought they were not going to combine classes, but they ended up combining ours, and we still didn't have enough to do a bid, so I'm not sure.
First strongman contest I did, when they were warming up, there was a truck pull at the beginning, and that was the first event, and the harness kept falling apart. Like the straps were literally just popping off, and so you'd be sitting there tugging, trying to get all warm, and then all of a sudden the harness is just gone.
Yeah, so ALEILA, what are the rules there on not being able to compete novice?
So my understanding is once you win the novice division, you have to compete open unless you leave the sport and you have like a hiatus for a couple of years and you come back or something of that nature. So otherwise, you do have to compete open.
Yeah.
So that leads me to an interesting question. Was that your path? Did you win novice and move up to open?
I did, but I won novice so I did my first 3 shows that I did. I was a novice competitor, and that 3rd show I did win. I did win first place in that show, but it was in a different federation. It was the United States Strongman, so it was the USF. And then after that, my coach was just like, "Why did you compete so many times novice?" Because she made me feel really bad. So I went open after that. Actually got my butt kicked by one of my best friends, and so carried on to that. This is the first time as an open class that I've was able to get first place.
Fantastic showing. That's the same thing that that I've heard too. Is like once you win novice, you can't compete as a novice anymore. Which is kind of, I know, talking to some other people that are in the sport and stuff, because there's a lot of people that are just a little bit better than the novice, but they're not quite, they'd be last of the pack in the open, and so they want to just hang out and keep winning novice over and over. And I know most of the guys I've talked to that have been in it for a while, they're like, nah, just go do open. If you come in last, whatever.
Yeah, so ALEILA, the last thing I wanted to ask you are what exciting things do you have on the horizon after that?
So there is a competition that I'm interested in doing. It's called Pandemic Performance, I believe. And that is going to be in March. And I think I'm going to go for that one. And I don't know if I'm going to try middleweight or heavyweight, because I do both classes I want to do.
Yeah, was this
small
your first
7.5
heavyweight, or you kind of have gone back and forth?
So unfortunately, this is actually not. Every one that I've ever tried to compete heavyweight in, I've been combined. So I was hoping this is the first time I wouldn't be.
Thank you so much for dropping by. I'm going to be bugging you on Instagram like crazy, and appreciate it. Congratulations again on your awesome performance.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.